Hey, welcome to the live and thing. If you could hear me, just type in there that you could hear me. I'm just coming on here just to say hi, see what's up, just talk to everybody, you know what I mean? Have a little conversation and thing like that. Uh, in the future, I'm gonna have a little bit more live and stuff coming up, you know what I mean? And probably have a theme towards it. I gotta figure out what it is I want to do. But for now, it's just saying hi, you know, what's going on. Hi, Anna, how you doing? Omar, how you doing? Thanks for joining the live and thing. When you come into the live, just say where you're from. You know, if you're from Romania, if you're from Macedonia, if you're from Serbia, just put it in there and tell me where you're from. You know what I mean? And things. So how is everybody doing? That's what the live is all about. You know what I mean? Saying, how is everybody doing? How is life going for you? How is your weekend going? You know what I mean? So hit me up and let me know what's going on with you all. As for me, well, I'm just chilling out. You know what I mean? Doing this live here for one, and just trying to get to talk to some people. You know what I mean? It's been a whole day of just me alone. So I'm on here just wanting to say what's up to some people and thing. You know what I mean? And like I said, when you come into the live, just put in there where you're from. Serbia, Romania, Ireland, Macedonia, wherever you're from, just say where you're from. Hey, Pink Lady, how you doing today? Slavika, is that how you pronounce that? Hi, how you doing today? Thank you for coming into the live and thing, you know what I mean? Uh, like I said, okay, I'm squinting a little bit here because I ain't wearing my glasses, you know, it's old age and thing, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I could see better without it up close than I can with it. So again, tell me, where you all from and thing, you know? Oh, you're having lunch. Oh, what's for lunch? I did make me some what you call we call it bakes. I have and it's like bread pretty much, but it's fried. Hey, from Macedonia, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. And yeah, but I did make some what you call it's just like fried bread, and it's real simple to make. So you know, I decided to make some, and I'm probably going to have some vegetable with it and things like that. But what's the weather like in Macedonia right now? The sun is shining here, and it's kind of warm here. And again, thanks you guys for coming to the live. You know, it's kind of impromptu, so it's kind of a like test to see if I could get it right. I tried to go live like last week sometime, and that didn't work out. You know, it was something to do with the mic. Can you guys hear me? That's the question. Can you hear me? If you could hear me, put a Y in the chat so I know that you could hear me. Because I know I was having issues with the mic the last time I tried to. That's why I had to cut it short. Ira Luca, how you doing today? I hope I pronounced your name right there. Where it is are you from? I have Macedonia in here. One person says Pink Lady. Oh, so it's starting to get a little bit of cold season there, huh? We coming up on that here too, you know. I'm not looking forward to it. Nope, nope. I like my tropical weather. Again, thank you all for joining the live and thing. You know, having a small conversation with you. So tell me, what are your plans for the weekend? Mine, recording videos and chilling. Then right after I get off here, I'm gonna go cook my lunch. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that only eat twice a day, 2 square meals a day. You know, and most of the times nothing in between. Some people say I'm a health freak, but you know that works for me. Eating 3 times a day is kind of a cumbersome. You know what I mean? You got to fix breakfast, lunch, dinner, especially living alone. No, I just fix breakfast and dinner. I know, hi, oh, Switzerland. Hey, nice, nice. Is it getting kind of cold there? Uh, in Macedonia, does it snow there? Because I'm not so sure about the climate there. Because it seems to be like a Mediterranean type climate. Well, maybe it's sometimes. Ah, now that's one place that I would love to visit. Switzerland, that is. Where I first went to college, there was a lady, I do believe she was from Switzerland. That was back in 1986. Uh, oh, okay. So it's snowing there. I'm not a fan of snow. I could tell you that right now. I'm not a fan of. I used to be because it was a novel thing to me when I first was in America. I'd never seen snow before, and I lived in New York for a while, and I lived in Detroit, Michigan for a while, and those places get a lot of snow. Where I am here, we used to get a lot of snow here back in like the early 90s, but for some reason we don't anymore. So it's just cold. So I don't mind the snow so much. It's the cold I don't like. And no, I don't like the cold at all. I don't care if it's 100 degrees hot. I'll deal with that rather than deal with 1 degree of cold. I don't like the cold. Do they do a lot of? Is there like skiing spots and stuff in Macedonia? Is there like a mountainous region of that country so people could go skiing? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about the geography of Macedonia. I know a lot about the geography of. Hey, hello from Bosnia. Hello, Harris. How you doing today? Hope you're doing pretty good and thing. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. But it's always been something I want to do to go to that part of the world, and I'm working towards it, to y'all's part of the world. I bet like y'all are thinking that you want to come to my part of the world, be in the tropics where the beaches and sunshine and, you know, because where I'm from, got some of the best beaches in the world. Some people might dispute that, but oh, you live in Turkey. Yeah. There was some people here that lived in where I lived in West Virginia in America that was from Turkey. It's amazing how many different places you go from any part of the world. That's what's so cool about the world that we live in. You could go places and you could see anybody. Oh, Tosi City's got skiing. He looked like he would be a skier. Nevzat? Hi, how you doing? Where are you from, Nevzat? Thank you for joining the live. Oh yeah, 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 you told me. Bosnia. So what is it like in Bosnia? Hello, check 88. Yeah, yeah, I saw it up there. You had to look up there. What is it like there now? Is the sunshine? Is it starting to get chilly? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's what you told me. Is it starting to get chilly in Turkey right now? No, where I live here, I live in what's called the river basin, because 2 blocks that way is this massive river. Oh, it's the highest city in the Balkans. Oh wow, wow. No, that's a place that would be nice to visit. The highest city in the Balkans. That's got a nice ring to it. Now, the funny part about the river where I live here is, okay, that's something I have to fix for it. Uh, actually, that is natural light coming in from a window that's on me, and it does look a little fuzzy there. I have to clean the lens on the camera. That's probably what I would have to do. Hold on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to clean that a bit. I could tell it's a little bit fuzzy there. So I'm gonna have to do that some cleaning. Thank you for letting me know that. So yeah, once I get off of here, I'm gonna do some cleaning. So the next live, everything is gonna be a-okay. But yeah, the funny part about the river that where I live here is that it used to be that people used to walk. Okay, the river sort of is a border between two different states, and people used to be able to walk through the river, but then they put a big dam just up the way, and now the river is like deep, deep river. Can't fish there though. It's just got too many toxins in there. Okay, but yeah, I do see that there's a. I do see the fuzziness in there. I'm not going to stay real long on this live. So, like I said, it's a test live. Maybe then what I'm going to do for the next live, because I'm going to try to do this once a week. The next one is going to be a Q&A. Like y'all could ask me questions and stuff like where I'm from, whatever like that. No political stuff though. I don't do politics. But you could ask me anything, you know what I mean? Life and thing like that. It's good that the mic is working this time because the last time it wasn't. I am from an island called Grenada in the Caribbean. It's all the way down next to South America. Fun fact, my island is so small, and my country in general is so small, I could walk it in one day. Yeah. Now it's GRE, not GRA, GRE, Grenada. It's just this little bitty island out in the middle of the ocean. There. I mean, we out in the middle of the ocean. And actually, it's three islands in one. It's Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me try this here. I had a light on there and I turned that off. Is that any better? Because I'm looking at my screen and it is fuzzy on the screen, but I turn a light off there. I just had one light facing me this way because that part of the room is really dark. But most of the light is coming, it's really bright coming in from the window. They have a big window in front of me. But yep, that's where I'm from, Grenada. Not a lot of it's like a hidden gem. Not a whole lot of people know about it. They're starting to. Okay, I don't know if you guys are into the Olympics, but the last three Olympics, we had a guy that ran the 400 meter. His name was Kawani James, and he won the gold one year in the Olympics, the silver the next year, and I think he got the bronze the next year. He's still running, but It's the country with the real colorful flag. It's red, gold, and green. But yep, that's where I'm from, born and raised. I came up here to the US on a basketball scholarship, believe it or not. Yep, I played like 2 semesters of college basketball. I actually met some people from the old region. That there was one guy from not as much as, let's say, Jamaica or Barbados or Trinidad or the other big islands. We don't have that many tourists there. Yeah, I am. I'm in West Virginia, but we don't have a whole lot of tourists on the island as of yet. It's usually the days when the cruise ship come in, then it's really busy. When I was there, the cruise ships came in on a Tuesday, so it's been really busy. But generally speaking, no, the main beach is called Grenada, and that's starting to get busier. But you could still go on the beach a lot of the times, and there's nobody there. It's like really nice and quiet. Hi, welcome to the live. Istanbul. That's like a real nice ancient city. I bet there's a lot of historical stuff there. Hi, I see you. Let me see if I can pronounce your name. Lalio, Laliora. I'm gonna butcher y'all's name, and I do apologize for it. See, I started to do these things, and then everybody's speaking different languages, and I'm trying to adapt to all these different languages and things. I want to at least get y'all's names right. Love you too. Thank you for joining the live. Any of you all been to the Caribbean yet, or to a small island, beach island, or anything? I haven't yet because I'll be honest with you, where I live, nobody knows much about the Balkans. So there's not a whole lot of people from that region where I am. Most of them are like I met two people from Serbia here. They played college basketball at the college that's just down the street from where I live, and that's it. So I haven't eaten any Balkan food. I may have tried it and not even know that's what I was eating. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, I have a simple name and they butcher my name. In the Danube Delta. Oh, okay. I bet that was nice. Do you eat a lot of seafood? Well, water food there because that's fish, I should say. Okay, I'll have to do that. Oh, is it what you say, Rajya? I know over there they don't pronounce the J, if I'm not mistaken. I know. Just to travel anymore is so expensive. Is that Danube Delta? Is it like a touristy area? Is there a lot of tourists there? And like I was saying before, it depends on where you're going in the Caribbean. There's a lot of tourists. I know the smaller islands, not so much. That's why I always tell people if you go to the Caribbean, go to the smaller islands, go to St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Bequia, even Aruba. Oh, you had some canned food in case you didn't catch any fish. But I take it you guys did catch some fish. I used to love going fishing. Take a little boat out into the ocean and cast a line. Hi, welcome to the live. V. Vas. Oh, no, I can't pronounce that one. Vaslisa? I'm guessing that's what says hi. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us today. I did a video of some people. I did react to a video of some people in the Delta where they went to the Delta, and the food looks really good there. Oh, a lake. Is the water in the lake really clear, or like you could see to the bottom? Oh, okay. It's like a national park. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I bet it would be. Yeah, you wouldn't have to deal with like big waves coming in or anything. I've heard of the Danube before I started to do the reactions on the Balkans here. I didn't realize how central it is to that region there. But I've heard about it since I was a kid, and it's kind of cool that I'm learning more about it. That's why I like getting on here and talking to you all, because then you all tell me these things. So whenever I do visit, I know where to go. And maybe it's one day, because my plan is to move back to the island. Maybe one day some of you all could come to the island and visit. No, yeah, okay. I mean, getting there, is there like trains to get there? Did you drive there, or how did you get to the Danube River? Oh, endemic trout, beautiful old town with a. Oh my goodness! You see, now you go in my area there, so it's full of history. I don't see why anybody want to travel and just go do that. I said that on one of the videos, and they said some people like to go do touristy things, but that wouldn't be fun to me. I wouldn't be tasting the real vibe, the real country if I go do the touristy thing. Uh, One of my friends just came back from Hawaii. So I asked her, what did you do when you go to Hawaii? And she did all the touristy stuff. Oh, wow. It's a bit dangerous there, and the small islands who move around. That's crazy. That does sound adventurous, though. Now I'm intrigued. It's kind of like that here with the trains too. I've ridden the trains here before, but there's not really a train system here at all. Not at all. There's one train that comes through here, like every Tuesday, I know for a fact, but the train system here is not the best neither. Okay, okay. I bet yours bus system is decent there too, though. The bus system here to go from state to state, there's one called Greyhound. I've used it before, but needless to say, there's some characters on there. so, some unsavory characters that's on there. As a matter of fact, I live right next to the bus station. Like I could look out my window and see the bus station, and I think the bus only comes through here like twice a week to go to other states and stuff like that. Hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for dropping by. But yeah, now I always thought it would be nice to take a train ride across Europe. I was watching a YouTube channel where some people are trying to take a train ride from Spain, which is the southernmost tip of the continent, all the way down to Asia. And now I think, as a matter of fact, they are just going through Romania. I watched them yesterday, and they were heading to Bucharest. True, true. None, none. Yeah, I've actually done a. Hi, welcome to the live. I am not, but what was I about to say? Let me read. Yeah, I've reacted to Brazov a couple of times, and I'm quite intrigued by that city. I am. And like I've said before, I'm really intrigued by Transylvania, but it has nothing to do with like the whole Dracula thing or nothing like that. There's just something about the name of the place that made me think about it. Hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for stopping by. Skokie. Man, that's a long ride. You see, yours country is way bigger than mine. I have no intentions of visiting big cities. I want to be in the rural area, which is what a couple of days in Bucharest. That would be good for me. You know, because like I said, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Detroit, I've lived in Nashville. I've had my fill of big cities. I think big cities are for, and I know this is going to sound bad, big cities are for younger people who just want to go out and, the trains are slow, she said. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I know Japan has got a lot of really good trains, and some parts of Western Europe have good trains too, like Germany and those bigger countries. I bet I would need a couple of weeks in Transylvania. I bet I would. There seems to be so much history there, and I think that's what's drawn me to Transylvania. Man, 10 to 12 hours on a train. That always amazes me. It always amazes me how long. The last time I took a train, I went to Michigan and we went through Chicago, and that took about 4 hours, 5 hours. So I've never been on a train for 12 hours. That's a long time. Oh, okay. Now I've sat in a car for a long time because I used to drive to New York all the time. That's about 10 hours worth of driving one day. But I bet even though it takes one day, I bet the scenery between your starting point to your ending point is really beautiful. Because I'm big on scenery, man. And I'm not talking about buildings and stuff. I'm talking about buildings if it's a village type building. The one thing that amazed me when I first came here is how far you could travel in a car. Because, like I said, where I'm from, it takes about 20 minutes to half an hour to go from the city to the country or to the rural areas. Yep. You have a question. I sure will. I'll look those up. I think I've done one on Sinan Sakic. Is that how you pronounce that? I've done one on him already. The other person, I'm not sure if I have, but I'll definitely look them up and I'll do a reaction on that. Oh, if preparing food for the winter, do you guys like can your foods, put it in like in jars and cover it up and put it up? 10 hours by car. No, 10 hours by car. Is the drive scenic? Uh, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a really good song. I totally enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to look up more stuff by Chase and Abby. I'm gonna definitely. Hey, Ireland in the house. How you all doing today? That's kind of cool. uh, Allison, I remember that name there. I see you a lot on there. Thank you for joining the live. That's kind of cool. Man, I'm telling you, man, I do not disagree with you at all. Romania is scenic, the Carpathian Mountains and all those places there. Wow, it is so beautiful. Now, where I am, you have some beautiful parts. You could go up into the mountains of Kentucky and stuff, and it's beautiful. Even here in West Virginia, they have something, the Old River Gorge, and it's this big bridge that goes over this gorge. And every year they do bungee jumping there, and they call it uh, what is it, Bridge Day, and they have all these people there. So it's really beautiful here once you get out of the concrete jungle. Once you get out of the concrete jungle, it's really pretty. But I live in the middle of the concrete jungle, and it's a small concrete jungle because if I just drive 15 minutes that way, you could get into the woods and stuff like that, where black bears come down off the mountains and roam through the village, which is not much of a village anymore because they have built it up in the last few years. It's one of the fastest growing areas. It's called Barbersville. But my ex-wife, she lived up in the mountains of Kentucky, like way back up there. Yeah, I have to set it up right so I could do that. I have an extremely small kitchen right now, so I'll have to set it up right. And yeah, I plan to do that. I did do some cooking, and didn't make well. It wasn't cooking. I made these fried bread that we make. We call it bakes. Oh, thank you, Allison. That's kind of cool. I do believe I saw something about that in the mention section, and I watched it. So between the first two, you said there's a kind of dull. Is it like just flat lands and there's no like mountains and stuff to watch? Oh, yeah. To so between there and Bucharest is either scenic and dangerous. Hey, how you doing from Bosnia there? Thank you, thank you. I enjoy doing those videos. Now, hiking is something I would want to do. I would want to, you know what I mean? I know you guys have those. Is that brown bears you have roaming out there, and you have to stay away from them? But hi, welcome to the live from Romania. Thank you for stopping by. TS. All right, thanks for stopping by, Alison. I'm gonna start doing more lives here, so there's going to be more opportunities here for us to chat and talk. You know, because Ireland and the Caribbean, we got a lot in common. As a matter of fact, the whole Balkans and the Caribbean have a lot in common. Not so much historically, but as far as people is concerned, because it seems like people over there is a lot laid back. Okay, I am. I double tap the screen. Hi, welcome to the live. Seraphim, Dunka. It's nice talking to you all, man. You know, I think we need to talk to each other more in the world. You know, we have all this here, this YouTube. We should be on here live, people from all over the world talking to each other, getting to know each other, understanding each other, enjoying each other's company. Oh, okay. It might only work for you. Okay. So yeah, somebody had told me to try that, but I double tapped it a couple of times and nothing come up. So is it morning where you guys are now, or is it like evening, twilight time? Because what time is it here? Here it's probably about 12 o'clock p.m. here. Because I'm trying to gauge what time I should have the lives, you know, because if I do it late at night, you all might be sleeping or at work. Oh, and even there's a little. Oh yeah, in Ireland it's 5:15. Hi, thank you for joining the live. Yep, I enjoy doing the Romanian reactions. It's really cool. I'm learning a lot as I go along. Oh, it's PM there. Yes, 12 p.m. here. That's like a 5 hour difference, I do believe. 7 p.m. there. Oh, wow. It's almost bedtime there. Take care, Allison. Thank you for stopping by. It was nice there. There's a lot of Irish people in the Caribbean, and a lot of the people in the Caribbean have Irish ancestry. 7 p.m. I don't go to bed that early, but you know, some people have like work in the morning and stuff, so they go to bed early. I don't work on Sundays. Now, if you guys don't live in a big city, do you guys have starry nights and stuff like that? Do I have a hobby? I write. Uh, what else? What other hobbies do I have? Writing, I think, takes up a lot of the times, a lot of the time that I do. I used to play sports, but I don't much as I used to. Oh wow, he's 96. I'd like to get to that age just to see how much the world is going to change by in that time. I know, man. I can't see the stars here at all. I miss seeing the stars. Well, I guarantee the bears are kind of annoyed at all these people coming up to them and driving through there and taking pictures of them. I don't know what it is about us humans, man. We like to bug these animals. I like to leave them alone. I drive by them and I see them all. Like I went to South America into the rainforest and stuff, and I never like walk up to like any animal I see and go, oh, how pretty. I'm like, hey, you're nice. You stay there. I'll stay here. You know. I don't know. My grandmother lived to be 100 years old, and she was absolutely mobile. She used to walk like 2, 3 miles to the market square with her vegetable on her head to sell her vegetable in the market. And my grandfather on my mom's side, he was like in his 90s. My mom was in her 80s when she passed on. So we and I have sisters. I have a sister and a brother who are in their 70s now. So I probably don't have a choice. I'm probably going to live that long. I did. I did react to a video on that road, and they said that in the video too. They said that people feed them, so they come up to the cars. See, I think we should just leave them alone. Don't feed them. Don't do nothing like that. Just leave them alone. They're trying to domesticate these animals. I think they're more interested out in the wild where they're living and doing their own thing. You know what I mean? But we infringe on them. We put down these big cities and we just build all this stuff. Hi, from Canada. That's nice. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining the live. I'm like 6 hours from the border of Canada. Uh, what is that place called? Off of Michigan. A lot of people from Michigan go over there to go to the casinos. I know my nephews and them. They live in Detroit, so they do that. It starts with a W. I want to say Windsor, but I'm sure it's not. Oh, you're Serbian and you live in Canada. Nice to talk to you, man. Yeah, I haven't been to Canada as of yet, which is really unfortunate because I live really close to there. I know my family lives in the Michigan area, so I know they go over there a lot and visit. But not that. I also have a lot of family in Toronto on my mom's side. Oh, you're welcome, man. I enjoy listening to all the music and learning a lot about the food and the culture and the people and stuff like that. That's quite so it's quite interesting. Living in Canada, do you like cook your own food from Serbia? Oh, you're close to Toronto. Do you ever go to the Caribbean festival that they have? What is it called? Carifesta? They have that big Caribbean carnival festival that goes on in Toronto. Do you ever go to that? Hey, from Croatia. Thank you for joining. Because I know there's a massive oh, I bet you had fun. I mean, you probably ate some Caribbean food and thing too while you're there, huh? Yeah, yeah, it's a huge festival. A lot of people from the Caribbean actually just go up there to visit for that festival. Oh, I love doing it. Thank you for watching them with me, Roberto Martin. Now I could cook a lot of the Caribbean food that you probably tasted. I could cook it myself. I'm not real versed on the geography of Croatia. I'm gonna have to Croatia, I should say. I'm gonna have to look it up. For sure, I'm gonna have to look up more about this. But yeah, man, yeah. I was just telling them earlier, yeah, I just cooked some Caribbean fried bakes, you know. Too bad I don't have the saltfish sauce to go with it. I'm gonna have to use mackerel or something, but that's what's for dinner. Probably you guys are because here I can't really get a whole lot of ingredients to cook my own food. So I have to improvise a lot. So for those people who are in an area where, like when I lived in Brooklyn, New York, oh, I could get anything there from the islands. You know, that's Brooklyn, New York, and I live in a neighborhood where it was a whole lot of people from the Caribbean. So you know, I could get all kinds of stuff there. But I've never seen a Romanian restaurant there. When I was there, that was back in 1988. No Serbian restaurant. I didn't see any restaurants from the Balkans. I bet though there's a lot more of it in Washington D.C. because I went to Washington D.C. and there was restaurants from all over the world there. Uh, European quizzes. I'm gonna have to do that. Thank you for suggesting that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. And okay, have you been to New York? I see, say KATS from New York. I know you're not living in New York, but have you been to New York? Back in the 80s, it was the city. Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna have to get to the point where I could like chow down on some of your food because I mean I've eaten all kind of dishes from Africa, all kind of dishes from South America, uh, and because I'm from a British colony, we ate a lot of food from that region, like Ireland and Britain and stuff like this. And a matter of fact, a lot of our food is like theirs. So, but yeah, I've never really, and I didn't know that in Romania and Serbia and stuff that some regions use a lot of spices and stuff. I was quite surprised when I saw spices because what, uh, unfortunately, when we think of Europe, we think of British food more so than anything else. And man, they don't use a whole lot of spices. Now, anytime you get a chance to go there, check it out. Yeah, just for once in a lifetime. I lived there for like 2 years, and the best time in New York is Christmas time. I don't know if you've seen the movie Home Alone. You see how Home Alone is, that whole Christmas vibe there? That's how New York is during Christmas time. That was the best Christmas I've spent here when it was in New York. Oh, nice. That's what whenever I come visit, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Because the plan is to get back to the island. That's gonna be home base. I need to go lay on the beach and relax. That's the type of life I want now. I'm done with the rat race. Oh yes, I'm definitely gonna visit Serbia for sure, for sure. Because when I spoke to those two basketball players who played at the college down here, and they were from Serbia, they were here for Christmas. They couldn't go home. The Christmas as it is here, they couldn't go home. They were telling me about there, and yeah, that really piqued my interest. So most definitely, it's on the bucket list to do. But thank you all for dropping by. I'm gonna end the live now because I have to go cook dinner. I'm gonna have to go cook dinner because I'm getting a little peckish since I only eat twice a day. And it was nice for you guys to stop by and have a conversation with me. I am going to do more lives, but I'm going to have activities to do during the live. So that we're just not sitting here babbling at each other, but we're still talking to each other and learning about each other, which is important in these times. You know what I mean? You have a good afternoon. Thank you so much for stopping by. This was fun. We're gonna have to do this again real soon. Yeah. Take care of each other, okay? And like I always say at the end of my video, let's bring some peace in this world. Thank you for the respect. And I do respect you all too, believe me. Oh, actually, I made some fried bakes, which is like fried bread, something we do on the Caribbean. And I'm probably going to have vegetables with it, like spinach and some mackerel and stuff, like something simple, because I'm working on some stuff here. So I already did the fried bread. Well, no, I haven't done the fried bread yet. I have the flour rising right now. So by the time I get off here, it's gonna be nice and plump and ready for the making. And then I'm gonna do the mackerel and the spinach and maybe a vegetable medley or something of the sort. I tend to eat like what is it people say here? I eat like a bird, shrubs and twigs, because I don't eat a whole lot of meat, even though I like meat. I just don't eat a whole lot of it, and I really don't eat a whole lot of the stuff that they eat here. I've seen that quote there. No, I think the reason why I don't eat meat here a lot is because I don't like how they cook it. There's no seasoning in it. I remember when I was married, we were doing Thanksgiving, and I said I'll do the turkey. So I did what we usually do with meat on the island, man. I put paprika, you know what I mean, celery and thyme and just all kinds of tropical spices on there. A little dust of cinnamon and some nutmeg, grounded nutmeg. And they got upset at me because they said, "Oh, that's not how turkey is supposed to taste. It's supposed to be bland." So I think that's one reason why I don't eat meat a whole lot here because I did on the island. I just don't here. I rarely eat out too. I cook. Well, actually, I don't eat out at all. I cook everything I eat, like every single thing I eat. The portions here are huge, and that's just too much for me. And I don't eat a whole lot in one sitting. The only vice I have is sweet. Hey, hi from Slovenia. How are you doing today? Thank you for dropping by. And you drop by right as I'm about to drop off. But I'm gonna have and the next time I have a live, I'll put it in my community section, so you're all going to know that I'm going to be live, so that we all could get together. It's probably going to be around the same time now because it seems that what's best for everybody. Yep, it is. No, it's not. But now they have what you call they have the organic ones now where you could buy them. And whenever I buy chicken, especially, uh, you could buy the ones that are pastured, that are outside eating the natural food and stuff. They also have what you call grass-fed beef, which is, and you could taste the difference. So when I do get meat to cook, that's what I look for specifically. Oh, we could do that. Yeah, a cooking game. That sounds pretty cool. That's what I've heard. Slovenia has got like delicious organic food. I think on the island where I'm from, everything is delicious too, organic too. Because a lot of us, almost all of us, and I know I heard some people from Romania say the same thing too. Even if we live where that we can't have a garden, where pretty much everybody live where they could have a garden, somebody in the countryside or the rural areas that you could go get the vegetable from. And we have a massive market where people come down every Saturday morning and you could just get homegrown organic food, no pesticides, nothing. Yeah, regulation for processed foods. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. Huh. I'll make something called a pilau. It's rice and chicken with a little bit of vegetables sprinkled in there. But let me get off here and go do my cooking. And I will talk to you all in the next live. Thank you all again for popping into live. Thank you all for commenting and giving me all the suggestions and all of that to react to. Thoroughly enjoy doing those. You have a great day. Okay, you all be careful out there.